After Trump's threat to Iran, Iran writes to UN protesting Trump's threat, stressing that it will exercise self-defense exclusively and proportionately if the US attacks. We have breaking news coming in that Iran has sent a letter to the UN Secretary General and member of the UN Security Council protesting President Trump's post on the demonstrations in Iran and stressing that it will exercise self-defense decisively and proportionately if the US attacks. UN has responded to Iran as well and said that we are following the ongoing protests and reports of violence with concern. UN called on the authorities to uphold the rights to freedom of expression, association and peaceful assembly. Meanwhile, Iran's exiled Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi thanked Donald Trump for support as protests escalated. So we have CNN News 18 Siddhant Mishra joining us live right now. Siddhant, good morning and thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. So what do you think, what is your assessment of the situation? Do you think if the US actually starts meddling in Iran's internal affairs, the situation could escalate further and impact the security of that region, which is already very disturbed?
Well, this letter has been written to the United Nations chief by Iran, and in fact, the permanent representative of Iran in the United Nations. In fact, in this letter, they have mentioned about the tweet of President Trump yesterday, where he writes on Truth Social that we are locked and loaded and ready to go. Now, in the letter, it is said that it is of a particular concern that this reckless statement does not stand in isolation. Only days earlier, the president of U.S. publicly threatened Iran with use of force, including renewed military attacks against Iran's peaceful nuclear facility and its defensive capabilities. Now, the letter requests the United Nations and in fact, Iran unequivocally rejects and strongly condemns these reckless interventionist and inflammatory statements, and the United States of America fully responsibility for any consequences arising from the unlawful threats and ensuring escalation. In fact, Iran also urges United Nations that they should take note of President Trump's post and also the reaction coming from the other Western countries. So today is the 7th day of protest in Iran. It all started because of the currency crisis in the country, perhaps resulted in massive protests, turned violent at various places. In fact, at various places, the protesters came face to face with the forces, and stone pelting took place. In fact, 7 people have been reportedly killed, including some of the personnel from the Iranian forces. Also, more than 50 have been taken into custody. So yesterday was the first day when President Trump posted about the ongoing demonstration in Iran. In fact, he said that we are locked and loaded, and Iran should not be killing the protesters. Otherwise, United States will intervene. So now, Iran has officially lodged the complaint with the United Nations about this post of President Trump. Perhaps also saying that how in the month of June the Iran was targeted, and just a few weeks back President Trump threatened Iran with the attack, and now once again he is meddling in the internal affair of Iran. Back to you.
Yeah, so thank you so much for sharing that information with us, Siddhant.